Rifleman, port, hold. And a half step, forward, more. Left, 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 left. Part time, halt. Color guard, halt. Left, face. Present, halt.
Now, if you would, prepare with me and put your hands over your hearts for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Flagman, order, hold. Host, colors. Order, hold. Parade, rifleman, order, hold. Parade, rest.
Folks, you may now be seated.
Color guard, hands up. Right, face. And a half step. Forward, mark.
Folks, I want to thank y'all for coming this evening to the Brighter Living Live show. Appreciate you coming very much. Our guest for today is Kerry Miller and his friends. And now for the host of our show, Steve and Rachel McAllister.
Wow, Memorial Day weekend 2014, here we are, folks. I don't know how many visitors we have, but if you're in town for the first time, we're glad you're here, and then a little piece of Ozarks here in Branson, Missouri. And we'd like to thank again the Vietnam Veterans Chapter 913 Color Guard. Well, we've got a lot to cover today. What do you say we talk to Rusty over here? Rusty, we know that you usually give those words of wisdom, but I think today would be an appropriate time. You have a special that you'd like to give.
Yes, I would. Thank you, Steve. Let this old man get up these steps. You know, folks, this weekend, Memorial Day weekend, is when we honor the fallen soldiers of the various wars that we've had throughout the years. And thank goodness for those fallen soldiers, even though they're long gone. We have freedoms now because of it. I'd like to tell you a little poem about General John J. Pershing, who was the general of the Army and the general during World War I. It's a little humor, even though we're here to honor the fallen victims. It doesn't hurt to have a little humor in our lives either. It's called Pershing at the Front. It was written by poet Arthur Goodman. The general came in a new tin hat to the shell-torn front where the war was at. With a faithful lady at his good right hand, he made his way towards no man's land. A tough top sergeant there they found, and a captain too to show them round. Threading the ditch, their heads bent low towards the line of the watchful foe. They went through murk and powder stench, and the sergeant whispered, "Third line trench." And the captain whispered, "Third line trench." And the aide repeated, "Third line trench." And Pershing whispered, not in French, "Yes, I said, third line trench." Well, on they marched with wary tread, following on where the sergeant led. They went through the wet and the muck as well, and they came to another parallel. They halted there in the mud and the trench, and the sergeant whispered, "Second line trench." And the captain whispered, "Second line trench." And the aide repeated, "Second line trench." And Pershing nodded, "Second line trench." Well, on they went through mire-like pitch till they came to a fine and spacious ditch, well camouflaged from planes and zips, where soldiers stood on firing steps, and a major sat on a wooden bench, and the sergeant whispered, "First line trench." And the captain whispered, "First line trench." And the aide repeated, "First line trench." And Pershing whispered, "Yes, I see, but how far off is the enemy?" The faithful aide, he asked he, "How far off is the enemy?" The captain breathed in a softer key, "How far off is the enemy?" The silence lay in heaps and piles, and the sergeant whispered, "Just 3 miles." And the captain whispered, "Just 3 miles." And the aide repeated, "Just 3 miles." "Just 3 miles," the general swore. "Well, what in the world are we whispering for?" The faithful aide the message bore, "What in the world are we whispering for?" And the captain said in a gentle roar, "What in the world are we whispering for?" "Whispering for," the echo rolled. And the sergeant whispered, "I have a cold."
That was quite the words of wisdom today, wasn't it? Well, we got a lot of news and information this week. There's a lot of things happening here in Branson, and we know, I guess there's the Ozark Shindig is coming up May 31st. That's we're going to try to break the world's record for having the longest line dance, and that's May 31st. That's next Saturday. I'm not quite sure what time it is, but so Rachel, have you had a great weekend?
I sure have.
That's great.
It's been really nice.
Yes, and it has. We also have a show coming up shortly after we do at 3 o'clock. It's the Sunday afternoon Southern Gospel with the Brown family. So if you're familiar with the Brown family, they'd love to have you come out and support them. And they've got, sometimes they'll have various artists come into town, and sometimes it's special, from out of state, but they'd love to have you come at 3 o'clock. That's their area appreciation today as well. Somebody else has an area appreciation. Oh yes, he's right here at the Historic Owens Theater in Branson's House of Comedy. That would be Keith Allen, who does the Neil Diamond tribute, and his show is at 8 o'clock today. So come out and support him and support the show. We'd love to have you. Thank you for that. Did you have some other, I thought you had some special information.
Oh, I know that on Friday we had a special day.
Oh yes, it was. Friday was our special day. We celebrated 16 years of marriage on Friday. We're going to talk more about birthdays and anniversaries here in the half hour or so. So we'd like to now say, Rachel, why don't we go for a break?
All right, what time?
Okay, folks, it's time to wet your whistle and grab some grub. We'll be back in about 2 minutes.
Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
Delicious things to eat.
The popcorn can't be beat. The sparkling drinks are just dandy. The chocolate bars and the candy. So let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
Well, welcome back. I'd like to now introduce you to two lovely ladies. The one that you just met, the other one, Susan Grace. She's our singer, along with our very own Rachel McAllister, singing a tune I think you'll all enjoy. Susan, Rachel.
I love this land. God bless From sea to shining sea, from Detroit down to Houston, New York to LA. Well, there's pride in every American heart, and it's time we stand and say, I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I'm glad they stand up next to you and defend us still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. Well, are you proud? They stand with us. Yeah. I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I'm glad we stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. God bless the USA. Thank you very much. Yeah. Woo-hoo. Wow, that was fun.
Yes, it was. Kerry, you're treating Ricky well, and Ricky, I think you're treating him well too.
How come you're looking at me when you're talking to Kerry?
I'm looking at you, you just don't see it.
Oh, okay.
So, you both have been busy quite lately doing the Children's Miracle Network.
We have a Children's Miracle Network event coming up. That's actually next Saturday in Springfield. It's their Medical Mile. It's one of their biggest fundraisers that they use to raise funds for this area for the Children's Miracle Network. And my friends will all be with me there. So we'll have a stand and we'll just be entertaining the crowd as they finish the run. It's going to be a run, walk, and we're going to have a good time. But we also go every Friday that we can to Cox South, which is a Children's Miracle Network hospital, and we entertain the kids there.
Oh, yeah, you're also working with the American Red Cross, and you've got some potential dates coming up with Fort Leonard, but I understand.
We've got a lot going on. We got the American Red Cross. We have an event coming up. I think that's next month. No, that's July. And what we're doing there, it's called a Military March. And we're going to have veterans there. And it's also in conjunction with Cox Health. And we're going to be honoring the veterans. And it's just a time to celebrate and honor them. And it's sponsored by the American Red Cross. And then, yes, we're working with Fort Leonard Wood to go entertain the wounded soldiers there on a regular basis.
That's great. It's almost like a U.S. Air Show. Who's some of your other characters? I know he's quite a character, Ricky Jr. Yes.
Sorry about that. I had a bad allergy outbreak this week. Yeah, he sounded terrible. I did. And but what we're doing, we have about 10 characters that we have, and I had one character for 27 years. His name was Ricky. It was Ricky's dad. I miss him. I know you do. But now we have 10 characters, and we're going to be every fourth Sunday of the month. We'll bring them down, and you're going to be meeting some more of our characters. But Zagnut, he's one of my favorite characters. He's my green monster. He's actually my hospital character, and we go visit the kids, and the kids love it. I got to tell you this story. Steve, you'll love this.
Sure.
I went to the hospital. This was 2 weeks ago, and I was visiting with a friend of mine before I went upstairs to visit the kids. And I sat Zagnut down in the chair next to me, and this little girl came walking up to Zagnut and just started talking to him. And so, of course, Zagnut couldn't say anything until I got a hold of him, but it was just so cute, the moment in time where this girl just walked up to Zagnut and started talking to him, and it was the sweetest thing. And one other story, it was Christmas 2 years ago. We were in the elevator at Cox South, and there was a father and two girls, and I had Ricky Jr. Actually, he was dressed up in his Santa suit. Ho, ho, ho! And what he did, he started singing in the elevator to these kids. We had a captive audience, but what I did not know was that their granddad was dying with brain cancer. And after we got off the elevator, the father pulled me aside and he goes, I just want you to know, because of what you did with my kids, that was the first time they smiled today. And that's why we do what we do, to make a difference in kids everywhere.
I'm just excited. I can't wait to come see some of your events, and I want to make an appointment to come see you. So, and of course, you'll be here every fourth week, and so we're looking forward to you being a part of the team, you and Ricky Jr. and all your friends.
Can I say one more thing real quick?
Yes, sir.
Next month, June, we're almost there. I heard a story about a little kid named Gavin. He's in Arkansas. And I know we have some people here from Arkansas. And he's been sick his whole life. His kidneys are failed and he's fighting for his life every day. And we're going to go down and put on a private show for him at the hospital. And that's next month. And I just want to say, keep us in your thoughts and prayers, because that really is why we do what we do, is to make a difference in those that are less fortunate. And I just want to thank you for the opportunity to be here. God bless you, God bless the veterans, and God bless the audience here. Thank you very much. Thank you! See you later!
Well, we're almost to the halfway point, which means I guess it's time to talk about some shout outs and any visitors. Do we have anybody here from out of the state of Missouri? Okay, thank you, Rick, for putting all this fog in. We're glad to hear. What part of Arkansas are you from?